Make the ground shake.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Game Hub. I'm your host GamerK, and it is time again for another Villainous guide review. And this will be from the third expansion, but fourth set overall from Disney's Villainous, the perfectly wretched expansion set. And today we'll be looking at the one and only, the Villainous for Furs, Cruella de Vil. And let's start off with her game piece, Cruella de Vil, and as you can see, it's got her coat shape, kind of that big figure, and you can see the little feathers or fur bits coming out on each side. And I love that they went with the split color instead of just doing one color, because it is Cruella de Vil, and her split hair is what, man, split ends must be a pain to have to dye. So that's her game piece. It is very simplistic, and I love it. Now, let's get on to her board. So, adjusting camera. And there is her game board. Very nice artwork of Cruella de Vil, all loving with her furs. Still creepy. And as far as locations go, we've got the Radcliffe House. We've got the countryside. We got the milk farm. And Hell Hall. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's called Hell Hall when it was called the DeVille place. Maybe because they weren't allowed to say hell. But I'm just assuming. Now I'm going to zoom out. Nope, zooming out nullifies the quality. So, for Cruella's objective, you must start your turn with at least 99 captured puppies. And how do you collect puppies? Well, that's what these are for, ladies and gentlemen. These are puppy tokens that are that at the start of the game are all left face down, where the adorable little... Let me see if I can get... There we go. The adorable little puppy is showing. Is it a different puppy on each... Nope, because what would be the point? Oh, look at... Nope, it's upside down. It's upside down. Look at all the adorable... Look at the puppy. It is so cute. I love dogs. Shut it. So, the way the puppy tokens work is they are originally face down in the game. But as you reveal them... Let me see if I... Oh, I do get lucky. You will... Certain cards in Cruella's deck will allow you to reveal the puppy tokens, and this is how it happens. So a revealed puppy token is revealed, and all puppy tokens have a value of between 11 or 22. And you can see a location on each puppy token, the Radcliffe House. So once a puppy token is revealed, you will place the token on that said location. And this one says Hell Hall, so you will place it here at the Hell Hall. So in order to collect the puppy tokens, you need to use special abilities from certain cards that will allow you to capture them. And all captured puppy tokens will go underneath the Cruella artwork. I like to call this the standby area, basically, because that's where the villain is and everything. So yeah, all captured puppy tokens go here, and the value of each of your collected tokens must add up to over 99. In order to win the game at the start of your turn. And how do you do that? Well, like in all Villainous reviews, every villain is only as cool as their gadgets and their minions. Okay, that's technically not true, but in this game it is. So let's get to it. I'll be going through her deck, and as always, I will always be going over the conditions cards first if I can find them in this deck. I really should do this ahead of time, but you know what? I'm a cheap Canadian production, so I have the liberty. Where is it? There should be more than... Oh, there's more here. Ah, there they are. I had them already. So, starting off with the conditions, or what I call the trap cards of the game. Put Cruella right there. So every villain gets 2 different conditions. So 2 different traps in order to use, and they can only be used on other players' turns and when certain conditions are met. So for example, we've got Cruel, and we've got the nice newspaper artwork of the 15 puppies stolen. Oh, Look at them. They're so cute. So when another player moves an ally or item, you may play Cruel. You can choose one puppy token from the supply and add it to the specified location. So in that regard, you would take any token that's face down or face up, because some tokens will go back to the supply, and put it at the said location. And that's Cruel. And then we have Devilish, which she has her road rage face, and dear Lord, did that not scare a lot of people, a lot of kids, as when we watched the movie. So when another player defeats a hero of strength 3 or more, you may defeat a hero of 3 or less strength. So it's basically one of those generic traps where you just defeat a weaker hero. And continuing on, we do the effects. Next, if I recall, or we do items first. Yes, we do items. And Cruella's got a good amount of items. Let's start off with the telephone, which if no one can, look at that. The telephone is literally a demon. That is awesome. So telephone has a cost of 1. So when you play telephone, it's basically, and I'm not talking about the telephone of Beyonce and Lady Gaga. As fun as the music video was, oh boy. So when telephone is played, you can activate its ability anytime you get to an activate location on your. So by paying 1 power, you can choose an ally from your discard pile and play them to any location for free. I'm going to show you why this is pretty good later on, but for now it's just a devilish phone to make devilish calls. Next we have the flashlight, and you get 2 copies of that, and you can show Horace and Jasper searching for the puppies, and they're literally right under the staircase. So flashlight is another activate ability. So when you're on a location with the activate, which on this board is only Radcliffe House and Hell Hall, you will do it and choose a puppy from the supply and add it to the specified location. So it's just another way to get puppies out, basically. Next up, you get 1 copy of her car, Roadster. And does anyone else kind of think that just looks like a coffin? Because it kind of does, but it's a really cool car. So Roadster, when Roadster is moved, you may move it to any location. You may move up to 2 puppy tokens from Roadster's old location to the new one. So in order to capture puppies, if it's at Countryside and there are like 2 puppies at the Countryside, if you move Roadster, it will move them to Milk Farm. And it's a good way of moving a lot of puppies around so you can capture a lot more. And then we have 2 copies of the Fireplace Poker, which, okay, yeah. So when Fireplace Poker is played, attach it to an ally. That ally gets +1 strength. When ally that would be discarded, you discard Fireplace Poker instead. So instead of the allies going to the being defeated after they defeat a hero, the Fireplace Poker goes instead of the ally. Next up, we got the effects, and Cruella has a lot of effects. Oh boy. First, we got here, puppies. And there we go again with all those puppies. Who would not love all those puppies? So choose a puppy token from the supply and add it to the specified location. So this is again how you get puppies out in general. Next we have 1 copy of Bought and Paid For. So there is Cruella writing and holding the check. Capture 1 puppy token from Cruella de Vil's location. So this will only work if there are puppies at Cruella's location. So there's only 1 copy of it. So be sure to save it for when you... Oh wait, it only captures 1 puppy. So yeah. Next we've got... If I can find them all. Let me see. We've got 2... No. Let me just double check. Double check. Yeah, 2 copies of Spotted. That's a terrible joke, but I love it. Reveal up to 2 puppy tokens from the supply. So again, another card that will get a bunch of puppies out on the game board. And we got 3 copies of I Live for Furs. And there she is, being all snuggle in her fur coat that is also somewhat terrifying. Cruella gains 1 power for every location that has at least 1 puppy token. So the maximum you can get is about 4 power, and there's 3 of those. So that's a good way of getting extra power for the long game. Or short game if you get puppies out quicker. Next, we get 2 copies of Get the Job Done. Poison them, drown them, bash them on the head. I don't care how you deal with the little beast. Just do it, and do it now! I'm sorry, Glenn Close did an amazing job doing that line. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. Perform an activate action. So basically, when I said that you can do only activate at the 2 locations, these cards actually help you get away with that, doing it when you're not on them. So that's a pretty good way to get that done. And I love the image of her yelling at the 2, Jasper and Horace. That is just a really cool image to use for that. And then we have 2 copies of You Idiots. I love how there's a card. Now, there's literally a card that's called You Idiots. And there it is, Jasper and Horace trying to get into the Radcliffe house by being electric engineers? I'm not 100% sure. Either move an ally to your location or choose an ally from your deck or discard pile and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So basically, this is a good way of moving your allies when you need to, or getting ones that have been used or unfound yet in the deck. And next, we get 2 copies of Whatever It Takes. And I kind of find it weird that even that she has that those hair rollers in that hairstyle. It's kind of weird. And she has a black fur coat in bed. That is very bizarre. So whatever it takes, on this turn, you may perform 1 action that is covered by a hero at your location. So if there is a hero covering, let's say, Hell Hall, you may use the activate action or the move a card action if it's being covered, which actually makes sense because of the card. Then you get 2 copies of The Devil Taketh. The Devil Take It, which is a really nice of her being disgusted. Oh, right, because that's what she said when she was saying how cute the puppies were, and then she saw that they had no spots. Choose an item or effect from your discard pile and put it to your hand. So basically, you get a card to reuse a card, only an item or an effect. And then finally, for the effects, like I said, her deck is very effect heavy, which I get for the reason I'm going to say next. Well, not next, but after this card. We get 2 copies of That Devil Woman. And there's the little silhouette of her coming to the door. Very, very terrifying. Move a hero to any location. So this basically moves heroes away, and you can move them to locations where you can defeat them. And for the reason I stated of why her deck is effect heavy, because like in the movie, she only has 2 allies. I'll give you 3 guesses who they are. Time's up. First, we got Jasper, and I really, really liked Jasper as a kid. I don't know why. And the image they picked for him being creepy going up the stairs after the puppy is really, really nice. Jasper has an activate ability and a strength of 4 and a cost of 3. Jasper, pay 1 power. Capture up to 2 puppy tokens at his location. So this is basically how you're going to capture tokens through a majority of the game by using Jasper and his friend Horace. So yeah, you need to get, and you only get 1 copy of each. So be careful. And finally, for Cruella's villain deck, we've got the one and only Horace, who is there with his club, gonna bludgeon the puppies. He's got cost of 2 and a power of 3. Horace has an activate ability, but with no cost. Either capture a puppy token at this location, or choose a puppy token from the supply and add it to the specified location. So he's both a capture and a reveal. That's cool. That's really good. And that's it for the villain deck. And now for the hero. Oh, I almost forgot to do the back of the card art. I always forget to do that. So, and once again, very beautiful. And these would be really cool for tattoo designs for people who love the specific villains. First, we've got the puppy paw prints in the four corners. Cruella's head silhouette there. We got her purse, the wiggle lines for some reason, her roadster, and running down the puppies. That is not fun, and that is kind of despicable. And then we got Cruella de Vil. If she don't scare you, no evil thing will. And on the back of the good ones, it's basically the same, just with white and gold, and that actually looks really nice. So once again, let's start with the effects of the hero deck. So we get 2 copies of Twilight Bark, which we got Colonel, or I don't even know who that is. It looks like the dog from the Aristocats. I'm the leader. I will decide if I'm making a cameo in a Villainous card. I'm making a cameo in the Villainous card. Anyone who's seen Aristocats knows what I'm talking about. So choose and play a hero from Cruella's discard pile. So this is a good way to get really good heroes out onto the villain board to stop Cruella. Really nice. And next we have 2 copies of Reckless Driving, which we got that image of her driving really, really crazy. And oh boy, discard an item from Cruella's realm. So that's basically getting rid of all her items. Really simple. Next we've got Flew the Coop, which is a nice image of the puppies escaping through that little low crack in the wall, which is so cute. And look at them all. I'm sorry, I've got a weak spot for puppies. Choose 1 captured puppy token and return it to the face up to the supply. So basically, you play this. You take a captured puppy. And it goes to the supply face up. Pretty simple. And finally, for the effects, we've got We're Labradors, which is such a cute image with them just jumping into the soot and getting all filthy and becoming Labradors. That is adorable. Remove up to 2 puppy tokens from 1 location and return them face up to the supply. So once again, returning puppies. So you have to get them back onto the board. And now we got all the heroes that we get to play with. For one, we get Captain, who's the horse, who was only in like a little bit of the movie, but it counts. When Captain is played, you may move an ally from his location to an adjacent location. So if Horace is at the countryside and you put Captain there, Horace will either move to the milk farm or to the Radcliffe house. Pretty simple, pretty basic, and he's a pretty good character. Next, we've got Colonel, the shepherd, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not with the image of him seeing the final battle in the Hell Hole. Well, not final battle, but the battle in Hell Hole, which is okay. When Colonel is played, you may move a hero to any location. So he's another good guy to round up the troops. And I swear to God, if anyone says you knew this guy's name, you are a liar. We've got Sergeant Tibbs, which there he is saluting to the Colonel's orders. And I never noticed that as a kid until I got this set. We've got Colonel, Captain, and Sergeant. That is really fun and cool. So with Sergeant Tibbs, when Sergeant Tibbs is played, you may move up to 2 puppy tokens from Cruella de Vil's realm to his location. So he's another good way of rescuing puppies. Pretty much what he did when in the movie. Yeah. So next we got Nanny, and that is a really nice artwork of her serving tea and cupcakes. That is really nice. The cost to activate allies and items at this location are increased by 1. So as long as she's at her location, the cost to play items and allies there will go up by 1. So Nanny, doing not so much, but you're still a good character. And next we've got Anita and Roger, and I love that artwork with them. Just, It's just so adorable. I hate to say this, but I like the live action versions better, but this is just such a cute photo, and it's still a great movie. When a puppy token from the supply would be added to this location, return it to the supply. So as long as Anita and Roger are at a location, let's see if I got one. Milk Farm. Oh, nope, not Milk Farm. Countryside, here we go. So if you, while they're there, if the countryside puppy is revealed, it doesn't go to the board, it just gets revealed to the supply. So they're basically saying, as long as we're here, you're not getting puppies. So basically what they did in the movie too. Next, we've got the lovely Perdita, and that is a nice, really nice picture that they did for her, giving those eyes to Pongo. Yeah, I love it when my girl gives me those eyes. When Perdita is played, you may choose one captured puppy token and add it to her location. So she's bringing the puppies back. And finally, we've got we've got Pongo. Well, that really happy look. I'm sorry. That is just a beautiful design that they did. I'm glad they didn't go with the vicious one that him and Pongo and him and Perdita in the Hell Hall. I'm glad they went with the polite pictures because they are the heroes. Puppy tokens cannot be captured at this location. So one prevents them from being added. One, he prevents them from being captured, and she will return them when they're captured. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for the Villainous Guide of Cruella de Vil. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So, hope you enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe down below. And that is pretty much it. And coming up next week, what do we've got? We've got DLC that, all honesty, it was a heartfelt series and a really cool final... it's a good DLC, but I don't think the heart was in it when they made it. This is GamerK, logging out.